Ooh.
Game on! Hey guys, it's Sansen and welcome to my world. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about how to have a certain experience and how to take that experience and change it into something like imprint it in your new way of thinking and acting. I know for a fact that most of you guys will find this video boring. And what it's really interesting is that those guys who would find this video boring are pretty much the same guys who would find this video much more interesting if I had a full makeup on. And that is something really strange about it. So I want to talk a little bit about that. Yesterday we had an awesome stream, okay? I was really happy about how was everything going. But as you know, we had a party the day before, and for that party we had a full makeup on and everything, and it's just, well, it's a long story. And anyway, I had some makeup leftovers, and you know, some of you guys thought it's a full makeup, and just, you know, it did change the way I look a little bit. And some of you guys were actually really mesmerized by the way I looked. And, you know, I really want to talk to you guys a little bit about that, because I want you to try and understand why is it not important how somebody looks. You see, even if I put some makeup on right now, like even if I try to hide my black eyes or just, you know, do something with the hair or just change some clothes to look, I don't know, a little bit more fancy or whatever, it will not change a single thing about me, okay? It will essentially not change anything. It won't change the way I think. It won't change the way I act. It won't change the way I think about myself or you guys for that matter. I'm not gonna think more or less about myself, okay? I'm not gonna get any more confidence that I have. I'm not gonna be less secure or more secure than I am right now. And it seriously, it won't change a single thing about who I really am. Yeah, okay, Sanda, okay, we got the point. Why you have to talk about it? I think it is important to say stuff like that. You know, when you start to realize and when you start to understand life itself a little bit, you start to realize that society imposed norms are not a guaranteed ticket for your happiness. And it is really important to understand that, because it changed so much in your head, guys. It really does. And I'm just pretty much sure that everybody wants to be happy. So, what are society imposed norms? There's like a million of them. If you finish a degree, people will respect you more. If you dress nicely, people will think of you better. If you put on some glasses, people will automatically assume you're smarter. If you drive a nice car, people will think you're oh so awesome. If you put on a makeup, you're suddenly, wow, you're something different than you were before. And this is all such a BS, guys. Like, seriously, it's such a BS, aka bullshit. It is so far away from the truth. So far away. We are forgetting what it takes to be a successful and a happy human being. We seriously, guys, are forgetting those things. We forget what makes us so special. It is not a piece of paper. It is not a makeup. It is not a freaking car that defines us, okay? It's definitely not what defines us. What defines us as humans is ability to be compassionate, ability to be a human being that can feel others and feel himself and, you know, do things in coordination with his own feelings and surroundings, and just, you know, essentially being a decent human being. Like, not only for yourself, but, you know, for your friend, for your mom, for your dad, for your dog, for your grandma, for like whoever, for your neighbor from the next building. You know what I mean. I know society is hard on us today, okay? I know society is imposing so many things, You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to get a better job, you have to have a bigger salary, you have to have a better house, you have to have a better car now. Now it's not enough. Then you have to have a vacation house. A vacation house is not enough. Then you have to have like another vacation house. Look, seriously, guys, if you're not doing all of that, you're a failure. Let's think about it a little bit. What does failure mean? Like, you're a failure. What does it mean, guys? You don't have a house big enough, or a car, or you name it. Help me out here. Think with me. For me, failure is if you pass next to somebody who needs help and you don't turn your head. And you're like, yeah, I have better things to do. This guy is like, no. For me, failure is, when you can say something nice to somebody, and especially when you see that somebody could use a word or two. For me, failure is if you hold those words and don't say nothing, and these words will help him. I'm sorry, I'm back. My battery died. My battery was like, Sanda, you talk way too much. But you know what? I really want to finish this. We were talking about failure. Failure is, not to smile to somebody when it costs you zero, like nothing. And, you can just make things better. To talk a little bit more familiar to you, for example, failure is not when somebody is worse than you in a video game, for example, okay? Failure is to laugh at that person, or to not help that person if you see you can. That is a failure. Or especially, like, that special kind of failure is when you mock that person. And when you do or say something, when you deep inside your heart, when you're going to make that person hurt. That, guys, is a failure. That is an unsuccessful human being, not somebody who didn't earn I don't know how much money. When you go and see somebody who you think is successful, but try to find a successful, happy person. There's a lot of successful people who are not happy. It's like so many people like that, and don't look at them. Don't look at them, because they do not know life. They do not know happiness, and they have so much money, they can buy everything what they want in their life, and they're still not happy. So don't look at them. Just try to find somebody who is happy, and it can be your neighbor who has literally nothing, but you can see it on his face that he's genuinely happy. Talk to him. Look what he does. Look how he lives. And you will see, like, whoever you find to be like that, you will see they all have the same thing in common. They do not care about material things. It's a thing that comes and goes, and it has nothing to do with your inner satisfaction and with you being happy. And, to be honest, I'm not saying all this to mesmerize you by what I'm saying. I'm saying all of this to actually remind myself. I'm talking this to myself. I'm reminding myself about what is really important in life. And I do that every day, like through a lot of things. I try to do that every day, remind myself what is life and what I should be grateful about. But, I decided to record this because I think that this energy that I'm producing while reminding myself about that is a positive energy that can affect you and try to help you realize some things on your own as well. And guys, you don't need brain to understand that there is this misconception that, you know, you need IQ to understand everything. This is not true, guys. Like, the the easiest way to understand everything is to not think with your head. You know, just just think with your gut. You know that feeling, that feeling where you don't know where it's coming from, but it's telling you something, and you know it's the right thing to do, and but you know your logic cannot explain it. This is the exact thing that is coordinating the whole life. And I know it is very strange to accept that, or just, you know, if you never thought about it, you're like, okay, are you okay? But this is really what it is. Just listen to what your gut is saying. You know, people call it gut, intuition, I don't know, whatever people call it these days, but it is that feeling, that something, that energy is far more intelligent than, you know, whatever your brain chemicals are producing at the moment. Seriously, you know, it's just that's it, that's the essence. You know that for sure because you've been there for sure. When something tells you this is the right thing to do, when that something tells you this is what you like or dislike, it tells you what to do, it tells you how to do it. It is just on you if you are going to start tuning yourself in and start believing that and listening to that, you know, practicing listening. And that's it. This was it for me for today. Be the positive change you want to see in the world, and just live every day as, you know, you definitely would like. This is really important. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and see you next time. And please, please don't think of anyone more or less just because they have makeup on or a good car or a good job or just, you know, whatever. It's not what they are. It it really, it doesn't change what they are. Material things don't change what you really, really are. Ciao, ciao, ciao. See ya.